Well, it's that time again. It's that time that they call the NFL trade deadline. So it is currently 1807 hours on 4th of November 2024, and we're currently waiting on news of if the Jets are going to make any trades or not. The latest news we have is that the Jets worked out Zach Bailey, Curtis Brooks, Matthew Cindric, Kalen DeLoach, Leonard Payne, Chris Reed, Cole Spencer, and Charlie Thomas. They worked out all these people. I have no idea who they are, but we signed Matthew Cindric to the practice squad, and I believe he's an offensive lineman, so obviously we need more offensive linemen because everybody keeps getting hurt. Playing on the concrete doesn't help. So that's what happened in terms of transactions today and workouts and all that. We got no update from anyone, no Ulbrich today on Monday about injuries, the extent of the injuries that we do have. So we don't yet know about that. We'll figure that out on Wednesday. But the trade deadline is tomorrow, Tuesday, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1600 hours, I should say, Eastern Standard Time. And so with the trade deadline coming up, I thought we would take a look at who it is that we can actually get on this team to help us out. And we'll do that next.
Did you know that if you click the subscribe button right now, Alan Lazard will receive a lifetime subscription of Stickum Football Adhesive? Click the subscribe button right now so we never have to watch Alan Lazard drop a pass ever again. Please, I am begging you.
All right, so since we're at the trade deadline, and my contention is that the biggest need on the Jets is defensive tackle. I think we need one more at least. And so you say, okay, well, we need to focus on stopping the run because our pass defense is very good still, but we have a problem with stopping the run, in particular, stopping the run up the middle. We have structural problems with our defense, which I've outlined many times before, so not going to get into it here, but improvement in the defensive tackles situation in terms of our personnel could help a lot. So PFF has this statistic called run stop percentage, and I have cleverly sorted this and filtered it for the defensive interior position. So we can see who's the best at what they call run stop percentage. PFF run stop percentage focuses only on run plays and stops, tackle that constitute a loss for the offense. So who are the best at doing what you need them to do? Players' impact in the run game sometimes erroneously based on the volume of tackles made, because if you tackle somebody 12 yards down the field, it's nice that you did that, but they still got 12 yards. However, does the number include passing plays, and did those tackles really count? Stops constitute a loss for the offense. So this is basically your impact players from the defensive interior position. Now let's take a look and see who's going to be available. Cam Hayward? No. Calais Campbell? Probably not. He's down in Miami. They're not going to probably trade him to us. Now, DeShawn Williams, maybe, but only 48 snaps, and so forth and so on. One thing I wanted to show here, 14th in the league, a little guy named Leonard Taylor. How about this? So this is encouraging for the Jets. Now, he only has 63 snaps compared to some of these other dudes. You see their bigger snap numbers. So he needs to get more playing time, but it's very encouraging that Leonard Taylor's in the top 15 in the league. Even with his, limited, we got to see it more, small sample size, but it's encouraging that maybe we found something in LT3. So that's why I think we just need really one more would be great. Now let's make this, let's give this a larger sample size. So 50% of the highest. So LT3 is going to fall off, and a bunch of people are going to fall off. You're not going to get Jeffrey Simmons. You're not going to get Malcolm Roach. You're not going to get Grady Jarrett. You're not going to get a lot of these people. But there are a couple of people that we could get on here. Like we might get Devon Hamilton, maybe. Number 52, Jacksonville is going nowhere. 128 snaps. Okay, very high stop percentage. Now, I don't know much about Devon Hamilton, but we're going to take a look at his film and see maybe we could get him. And what does that look like? Now, you look also, Javon Kinlaw is here. So we got Quinnen, we got Kinlaw, we got LT3. We really just need one more, provided LT3 continues to develop. And another guy we could take a look at is there's another guy in Jacksonville, but he must have got sorted out. Let's take a look at the 20% rule here. Sebastian Joseph Day, someone maybe we could get. Oh, Jeremiah Ledbetter. Look at this guy. Now, they got two guys up here that we could take a look at. Now, I already did a whole video on some of the other guys. We could take a look at Quentin Jefferson and some of the more well-known names. Everybody kind of knows Sebastian Joseph Day, and you're not getting Vita Vea. But, Travis Jones, they're not giving him up. You're not getting D-Buck. You're not getting these people. So, some names that we could take a look at. Calais Campbell, I'd love to have him. He's still excellent at his age, but they're not going to trade him to us. So let's take a look at some of these people that we might want to get. I think these should be our targets. Now, here's JFM, for example. We should have kept him. You could get somebody like a John Ridgeway on New Orleans. He's known as the Vanilla Gorilla, and he's only played 64 snaps for whatever the reason, but young guy, they may be willing to give him up for a draft pick because they're not going anywhere. The Broncos are 5-4. They're probably not going to sell, and they're probably not going to want to give us JFM back, and we never should have traded him in the first place. But that's a whole other story. So let's get to the film room, and let's look at Devon Hamilton. Who is this guy? Any good? Well, you got to take a look at the film to figure it out. He's number 52. So right here. Let's just take a look at a few plays, see how he plays. 99 right next to him. That's the other guy we want to look at, Ledbetter. Well, not too great, but that was a pass play. We want run stuffers. This is in the rain against Jalen Hurts. Doesn't look like their upfield burst is too great, but this guy's being double teamed. Well, if this isn't a run play, then all right, here we go. This isn't really that impressive, to be honest. Now, Philadelphia does have a good offensive line. Here's 52. It looks like he's getting pushed around and not a lot of burst. I don't know. I'm not liking it. Not liking it, actually. And this is why you can't rely only on data. You got to look at the film. Here they get a little bit of push, but not much in the passing game. Not seeing really the explosiveness that you need to play on our defense. '93 did good there. 77, by the way, on Philadelphia is Mekhi Becton. He's playing guard for them now, and he's playing very well. So, sometimes you just move a tackle to guard. I don't like these guys. Let's go back to the list. You watch the tape, I'm not too impressed. Let's go back to this list here. How about Coach? You're not getting any of the Atlanta guys. So basically, you got to look for teams that are out of it. Carolina's out of it. 75. Maybe we could get, this guy, 48 snaps only. Let's take a look at DeShawn Williams. Maybe he's some kind of underrated superstar. He's number 75. Let's take a look. 75. Here he is. Playing on the edge here. That doesn't look too particularly great. You see, but this is why we never should have gotten rid of JFM. It's hard to find these people. It's manhandled pretty much. That's not too good. Let's see his upfield burst. Let's see if he's got any juice. 75. There he is. Looks like he plays a little bit of end, a little bit of interior. We also probably should have just signed Clowney instead of playing around with Mr. Reddick. Clowney's number 7 on this tape. Well, they move him around, so he has some versatility, but it doesn't look like he's very good. At least not on this tape. Disappointing. I don't know what Joe Douglas is going to do. Look at this formation, 13 personnel here. I don't know, man. They're playing him on the outside. He's not doing well. They're playing him out of position. Not liking what I'm seeing out of this dude either. Now he's on the interior. Let's see if he does any better. Not really. I'm not seeing traits I like here. Everyone else is either on a team that's not selling. So you can see here, it's pretty slim pickings. Like, we might have to go for John Ridgeway. Let's take a look at John Ridgeway. The Vanilla Gorilla, they call him. Sorry, no results. So he didn't even play this week. He might be injured. He played the previous week. Let's see. John Ridgeway, 95. But if he's injured, what good is he to us? No, 95, he's out here. Up here. Almost. Almost good. Not quite. That's a long run by Mr. Bear. Herbert. First down, Herbert says. I think 77. Yeah, that's a good anchor by 77, honestly. But I like the effort. I like the hands. He keeps moving. He keeps trying. That's a good motor. I'll give him something. Then again, if he's injured, you got to check on that. There he is here. Not terrible. I mean, at this point, it's slim pickings. You're trying to find a defensive tackle in the middle of the season. Nobody wants to give up the good ones, but New Orleans is out of it. They got to start shedding some salary somewhere. You would think. They're over the cap. I mean, they play all these cap manipulation games all the time. At some point, you got to reset. You would think. They just fired their whole coaching staff today. This is a special teams play. So I mean, they got to be sellers at some point. You got to start now. Maybe we could get Nathan Shepard's also on this team. 93. We're all familiar with him. We don't have to watch tape on Nathan Shepard. We know what he's all about. Maybe we could just get Nate Shepard on this team. I mean, they got to start shedding some salary at some point. You fire coaches. You blame Derek Carr. There's 95. Immense. He's playing next to Cam Jordan. Wish we could get Cam Jordan, but you're not going to get him. 95 out here. Saints play a very similar defense to ours, so that's one thing. That's why they wanted Shepard, Nathan Shepard, after he improved so much under Saleh. Remember, Nathan Shepard's the king of strain, the original king of strain, that is. And Ridgeway, he doesn't look too good, but he probably wouldn't cost you anything. 7th and 6th round pick swap, maybe. And at least you could get a high motor, high effort guy, strain as they like to call it. It's on the Vanilla Gorilla. Got pushed around there. 77 seems to be quite good on the Chargers. Seems to be putting around these dudes no problem. Look at this blocking by this monster. That's excellent technique by 77. I think that's Slater, right? 95. But you see, he does have a good motor. He does strain, so there's something to be said for that, for sure. I guess 77 is the guard. I don't think that's Slater. I don't know who that is. Not familiar with my Chargers at the moment. I haven't really taken a look at what the Chargers been up to this year. Hey, made a tackle. How about that? That's not bad. I don't know. This is the type of guy we could get. So we should probably be looking at Nate Shepard. And here they are playing together. Here's Nate Shepard. Here's the Vanilla Gorilla. And double team, sheds a block, makes a tackle. I mean, that's pretty good. And you're going to get effort and strain out of these two. And they got to give up one. Hey, how about trading somebody? Mr. Loomis. Instead of kicking every can you've ever seen in your life down the road, how about trading some people? Ooh, nice catch. They're talking about trading Lattimore, in fact. Brian Bressie, everybody liked him coming out. He's been a disappointment this year. You see with Ridgeway, the effort and strain is there. So this is the type of guy we would like. He's a perfect Aaron White cotton reclamation project, probably. So those are the types of guys you can get, though. They're not going to be perfect. You're not going to get. Maybe we could get an Adam Butler out of Vegas. They're tanking. Well, they're not tanking, but they just fired everybody. Maybe we could get an Adam Butler type. You know what I mean? What about Adam Butler? Number 69. There he is. See if he's got any juice. Not much. Not much on that one, anyways. Now, the Chiefs do have very good interior offensive line. Creed Humphrey and those boys, Toomey and the other one, Trey Smith. There he is. He kind of got double teamed. Man, showed good effort there. Good strain. Good strain. He's making some type of call there. Tooney took him out. Good blocking by Joe Tooney. We tried to sign that guy. Decided to go to the champs. Can't blame him. Not bad. Some decent upfield burst. Well, this is the type of player you're going to get around these times. You're not going to get some superstar. But is this guy better than Solly Thomas? Is he better than, the other guys we've been throwing out there? Basically, Solly Thomas and, well, Lakey before he got hurt. But now he's injured. Yeah. I'd do a pick swap for this guy. So there's a couple of guys we could target: Nathan Shepard and John Ridgeway, Adam Butler. Not household names, but not going to cost you a lot. Might be able to do a 7th, 6th round pick swap, swappity swap. Maybe they want an extra pick, and also to unload some salary, so they can start the rebuild process on these teams. This wouldn't be a bad option. Not bad. That's pretty good. I kind of like Butler. He's got a little bit extra juice. Got a little bit more juice than the other guys. On the nose here, gets through a double team. So that's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. All right, how about Adam Butler? Decent. I like this guy the more I watch him, really. Good effort, decent juice. I would go after this guy. Can we get him? I don't know. Seems to have decent play strength. Good effort. Watch him from the goal line here. Yeah, gets manhandled by Creed Humphrey, that monster. So these are the type of guys that we might be able to get. All right, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Click like on the video otherwise, and I'll see you next.
Did you know that if you subscribe to this channel right now, Mike Williams will receive free lifetime running on the Redline lessons from verified experts in Redline running? Please click the subscribe button now so that the Jets wide receiver can be on the same page with the quarterback once and for all. Please, little button, Redline, big time important. And if you're already subbed, tell a friend.
I see you, Harlan.
If you're a fan of noir, then you need to witness this. Frankie's fate hangs by a thread. Frankie strapped to a chair, struggling. 2 old mafioso guys circle him, their voices cold and menacing. It's not personal, Frankie. It's just business.
It's not personal, Frankie. It's just business.
Frankie, handsome and debonair, stays silent. The tension, palpable. His fate, unknown. Stay tuned. The night is far from over.